Всем привет! Добро пожаловать на мой канал. Hello and welcome back to Russian with Nastya. Today we're going to learn most common abbreviations in Russian language. Итак, let's begin. Давайте начнем. Okay. Так. So, let's begin with the word век, which means century. Век. What is the abbreviation for century in Russian language? Abbreviations are very popular in Russian. We have this abbreviation dictionary that you can look up some words that you want to maybe write in short or you don't understand their short version. Век is V with dot. Век. Century. 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 Okay. Век is century and V with dot. Дальше, let's continue. Год. Year. Год. What is the abbreviation for год? Year. It is G with a dot. Year. Year. Очень хорошо. Пойдем дальше. Let's continue. Так, школа. Школа. Школа is school. Школа. And we abbreviate it by writing two letters. Шк. Школа. School. Школа. Отлично. School. Школа. Школа. Now let's continue with грамм. Грамм. Gram. We use gram to weight something like potatoes, cheese, 200 grams, 100 grams, and so well. And we abbreviate it with G without dot. Gram. Gram. Then we have kilometer. Kilometer, we measure distance with kilometers. And we write it like that, kilometer. And we abbreviate it with K and M. K and M. K and M. Km. Without dot. Kilometer. So we measure distance in kilometers. I know that in America, I think they measure it in... I can't remember in what, but in Russia we measure in kilometers. Kilometer km. If you go to Russia, you will see it. If you go from another city from one city to another, you will see these signs with, I don't know, 200 kilometers till that city. 200 km. Km is kilometers. Дальше, let's continue. Минута. Minuta. Minuta is minute, and we abbreviate it like this. Min. Minuta. Minute. Дальше is час. Час is hour, and just write cha letter. Час. Час. Let's continue with after. After. After is an author that writes books or articles. After. And we abbreviate it like this. After. Author. Бесплатно. Free of charge. Бесплатно. Бесплатно. Free of charge. We will abbreviate as бесплатно. Oh, not without the, sorry. Беспл. With a dot. Бесплатно. Free of charge. Бесплатно. Включительно. Inclusive. Включительно. You can see something like that in documents, acts. So you will need to know what this abbreviation means, and it включ. Включительно is inclusive. inclusive. Включительно, включительно, очень хорошо. Дальше. Туристический. 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 This one we abbreviate, it's тур, and we add it to another word. Туристический is тур, for example, like in турагентство. Тур and агентство. 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 Турагентство. Турагентство is tour agency, touristic agency. Турагентство. Турагентство. Or турпоездка. The abbreviation тур, туристический, touristic, тур, поездка. 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 Tour trip. Тур поездка. Tour trip. I have to check if I turned on the microphone. Yes. So, тур поездка. Tour trip. Touristic trip. Тур поездка. So, if you will see tour, usually it is connected with something like турагентство, турпоездка, турфирма, touristic company, touristic firm. Турфирма is турфирма comes from this abbreviation as well. Touristic firm or touristic company. Турфирма. Дальше, let's continue. Next is заграничный. No. Иностранный. Let's take иностранный first. Иностранный. Иностранный. Иностранный is foreign. Иностранный, foreign. Иностранный. We abbreviate it as in. Иностранный, and it means foreign. Like inagent, foreign agent. I will not write it down. Okay. Or in яз, foreign language. In язык. In иностранный язык, foreign language. Like this. In. And яз is abbreviated as well. In яз, иностранный язык. Язык is a language. So foreign language. Иностранный язык. Дальше is заграничный, international. Заграничный. Заграничный. Заграничный is international. And we abbreviate it as загран, and we connect it with other very interesting words. Загран. Like a загран passport, international passport. You maybe heard this because it's very common. Загран passport. Passport. Загран passport is your international passport, your passport. Загран passport. Okay, загран passport. International passport. Another one is ROS. You will see it for sure. ROS. First, let's write the full is российский. The full version. Российский. Российский is ROS. ROS, and usually we connect it with something like, let's take an example, Rosneft. Rosneft, very popular Russian company. Rosneft. Neft is oil, right? Rosneft, Russian oil. Российская нефть, Russian oil. We abbreviate it and write it as Rosneft. This is the name of the company. Rosneft. Rosneft. Очень хорошо. So memorize that Ros is российский, made in Russia. Российский is made in Russia. Дальше. Авиа. Maybe you can figure out what it means. Avia. Авиационный. Авиационный. Okay, I'm sorry, I changed the places. So, авиационный is the full name. Авиационный, aviatic in English, I think. And avia is the short version. Avia, abbreviation. And we connect it sometimes with words like авиабилет, авиатикет, like a plane ticket, да, авиабилет, plane ticket, авиабилет. Хорошо, идем дальше. Глава, chapter. Глава is chapter, and we abbreviate it like this. Глава, and it means chapter. Глава, a chapter in a book. Глава. Город, city. Город is G with dot. Город, city or town. Государственный. Государственный state. Something state. Государственный. Государственный. Государственный, we abbreviate it as ГОС. It's a very common abbreviation, of course. You will see it everywhere on Russian products, maybe on Russian products, in documents. ГОС. ГОС is state. State. Государственный state. ГОС. Государственный. Пойдем дальше. Let's continue. I gathered only the most common abbreviations that I see almost every day in documents because I'm also a translator. Итак, пойдем дальше. Let's continue. Деревня, village. Деревня. Деревня we will abbreviate with D and dot. Деревня, village. Деревня. Железная дорога, railway. Железная дорога. Дорога. Railway. We abbreviate it with G and D. Железная дорога. Railways. Railway. Железная дорога. Заместитель. Заместитель is a deputy or vice president or something. Заместитель. But very often you will hear just zam. We also use it in our speech. Zam. Заместитель. Vice or deputy. Заместитель. Окей, дальше. Инженер. Engineer will be abbreviated as ENG. Engineer, of course. Engineer. Now, what about languages? Italianский. Italian. Italianский is Ital. Italianский, Italian, Ital. Let's take немецкий, German. Немецкий. Very often in books you will see this abbreviation nem. For example, in books like War and Peace, where they talk a lot in French, German, and Tolstoy writes a sentence in French, for example, and under the text you will see fr, French, abbreviated French, and the translation to Russia for those who don't speak French, like myself. Итак, дальше, another one is квартира, apartment. Квартира is an apartment, and we abbreviate it as КВ. Квартира, apartment. Медицинский. Медицинский, medical, and it is med. For example, med center means medical center, med center, медицинский центр. Очень хорошо. Дальше, let's continue. Следующее слово is номер. Номер. I don't know if in your country you abbreviate номер, number, like that, but in Russian it is like that. N, capital N, номер, and number. Okay, like this. Номер and the number. Номер is number in Russian. Номер. Дальше. Остров, an island. Остров. You will see abbreviated as O and V. Остров. Interesting, right? O, this dash, is it dash? No, not dash. Minus, and V. Остров. Остров. Let's continue with то есть. То есть means in another way or namely. То есть, and we abbreviate it as те-е. Те-е. Namely, or I mean, то есть, I mean, or in another way. То есть, те-е. Очень хорошо. Пойдем дальше. A few more words, and we are done. И мы закончим на сегодня. Следующее слово is река. Река. Река is river, and we abbreviate it like this. River. Река. Река. Рисунок. Рисунок. You will see this abbreviation in books or in documents. Рисунок is рис. And рисунок is a drawing or a picture. Рисунок. For example, you have a textbook and there will be a picture that you have to see to understand something. In the text, they will mention рисунок, and a number. For example, 5. Рисунок 5. Рисунок номер 5. Picture drawing number 5. Look at it and you will understand what we are talking here about. What we are talking about here. Рисунок. Or also you will see смотри. Смотри is sm. And that means look there. Смотри, см, for example, рисунок 5. Look at the picture number 5. См, смотри, look there. Смотри. Цена, price. Цена, price is C with a dot. Цена. This is price. Цена. Часть is part. Часть. Part, again, cha with part. Часть вторая, for example, part 2. And we will have cha with dot. Часть. Часть. Another word, let's take следующий, next. Следующий. Следующий means next, and you will see it abbreviated like that. След. Next. And it means next. Следующий. And the last word is страница, page. Страница. Страница is page, and we will abbreviate it like that. СТР. Страница. And it means page. That's all for this lesson. Все на сегодня. Спасибо за внимание. Thank you for being here with me. Целую вас. Пока. Чмоки-чмоки. See you tomorrow. Увидимся завтра.